Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Crimes, Killers, Cults,
And boobs, beer. Sorry.
and Boobs and Beer. I'm Bill, and joining me once again is Kevin Carlton, host
I'm
of
Kevin.
the incredible, phenomenal, awesome
Take
history
it easy.
podcast called History Goon.
Yep.
Oops, not that one. Oh my God.
Well, fuck you too then, Bill. I'm wondering how long it's going to take people on video to notice that I changed flags.
I noticed right off the bat.
Okay. And it's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. I put this one up specifically for the next episode I'm recording because this is actually technically the very first American flag that was ever created.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Yep.
Anyway, what's up, Kevin?
Oh, you know, living the dream.
This show is this episode is off to for those of you listening and
Dumpster
whatever.
fire.
What's your dumpster fire? They're very good. But this is like the fourth take that we've done on the intro.
Correct.
Anyway,
the first one I was just straight up not paying attention. The second one, Bill got flashed.
Yeah.
The third one, he stumbled through the entire time, and here we are, number 4.
Yep. So
shit happens, you know.
Tonight we're covering a real doofus. This is a one-off murder where the killer was a total idiot and he thought that he was a criminal mastermind. He wasn't.
He definitely looks like an idiot.
He does. But he got away with it for a while, and when he was finally caught, that's when we find out how much of a mastermind he isn't.
He's a master something else, I'm assuming, though.
Yeah.
Oh
maybe.
my God, my phone just exploded.
But I promised that we'd be able to rip on this idiot, throughout the episode. But as I started writing the episode, I figured it would be better just to tell it the way I'm going to tell it. Especially if you don't know the case, and I think that you'll agree.
Yeah, absolutely. The best place to start is right at the beginning.
Right. So Lauren Giddings, and this is not Lauren Giddings in our picture.
It doesn't look like a Lauren.
Well, this is 2026.
True.
That could look like a Lauren. But it's not.
Very true.
But Lauren Giddings was a law graduate at Mercer University in Macon, Georgia, which is about 90 miles south of Atlanta down I-75.
You said Macon, Georgia?
Macon, Georgia.
Fun fact, there is a minor league baseball team there. They're affiliated with the Atlanta Braves. I believe they're like the Macon Braves or something like that. But minor league baseball does this cool thing a couple of times a year where they have like alternate team names and stuff. And theirs is Bacon.
The Macon Bacon?
Yeah.
Macon Bacon. That can have a couple different connotations. Macon Bacon has a couple different connotations.
Hold on. Matter of fact, let me do this right quick.
It's pretty cool.
Sorry, it's just like I had immediate autism because you said that. I'm like, oh, baseball.
Anyway, she was studying to be a public defender and later a defense attorney. She had graduated top of her class and was studying for the bar exam, but she just completely vanished. She was murdered on June 26, 2011, but was reported missing on June 30th. Take a guess why.
So June 11th, you said?
June 26th of 2011, and she wasn't reported missing until the 30th.
Because the family was told they had to wait like 48 hours or something like that to report her missing?
Nah, nothing like that.
No?
Not even close. This was because she had told all of her friends and family that she was going off the grid so that she could study and pass the bar exam.
Oh.
Yeah, she had literally sequestered herself to accomplish this.
Yeah.
So the word overachiever is used a lot when describing Lauren. I mean, she was a total winner. She was smart. She had a great future. She was friendly, outgoing, and she was gorgeous. And that's pretty much what everybody.
Lit up the room.
Yeah, she had a smile that lit up the room, and that's what everybody who knew her said about her. She was born April 18th, 1984. Grew up in Laurel, Maryland, and she was the first in her family to go to college. And Mercer University is a damn good one.
Yes.
She also had a boyfriend in Charleston, South Carolina, who was part of a major law firm. and she was planning on working with his firm once she graduated and passed the bar exam. So she had three younger sisters, and she was known to be a sweetheart, as most victims of murder unfortunately are.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, her murder was gruesome. But only the suspects the only suspects were other A-list law students,
Oh
and
boy.
she and most of her classmates all lived in an apartment complex in Macon called Barristers Hall, which is directly across from the law school, and they all lived in separate apartments in the same wing, and they all hung out together. So, but because of the details of the murder, police thought that they either had a real serial killer on their hands or somebody who would become one if he got away with it. But put a knife in that. Sources are the documentary Nightmare Next Door, Season 9, Episode 9, Usual Suspects, Deadly Intent, Season 1, Episode 6, 13 WMAZ Macon, and a little bit of Wiki.
Damn, dude.
Nobody can say I don't cite my sources on CKCB.
That's true. That's true.
But on June 29th, several days after Lauren had sequestered herself to study, Lauren's sister, Caitlin, tried to get in touch with her. Lauren always responded quickly, but this time she didn't. And Caitlin called their mother, and she hadn't heard from Lauren either. Caitlin messaged Lauren's friend. I don't know what the friend's name is. The one documentary calls her Ashley. The other documentary calls her something else. So I'm just gonna call her Ashley.
I wonder if it's one of those changing the name to protect somebody kind of deals.
Yeah, and when you're using a documentary as a source, you're going to run into that frequently.
Yeah, for sure.
Ashley agreed to go check on Lauren. She and her boyfriend went to Lauren's apartment, and there was no response, and Ashley assumed that she was just swamped on her studies. And Caitlin didn't buy that, so she told Ashley that where Lauren kept a spare key, and she and her boyfriend went inside. It's never a good idea to leave a spare key outside.
No. You leave a spare key with someone you trust. You don't leave it outside.
Or if you do leave it outside, like you park your car on top of it. You put your tire on top of it or something like that. But then,
so I have a spare key outside at my house. But
what's your address?
You'll never find it because it's in the woods, and that doesn't get you into my house. That gets you access to the actual house key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm unstable at moments. Like, no, I have to make sure I hide things.
But the lights were on. Lauren's keys and purse were sitting on the desk, but Lauren wasn't there. Caitlin suspected that something about this didn't measure up. Her apartment was locked, but her keys were in it, and she wasn't.
Yeah, that's weird. So it was locked from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's odd.
Ashley immediately called 911, and then she got on the phone calling everybody that they knew, asking if they had seen her, and nobody had. 911 call came around midnight, and the officers were sent to Lauren's apartment. There was no evidence of a crime. I mean, there was no evidence of a break-in or anything like that, so the officers left, and you can't fault them on that one. Still, Ashley and her boyfriend formed a search party consisting of the two of them and an ex-boyfriend of Lauren's, as well as Lauren's next-door neighbor, Stephen. They searched the area for hours, but that late at night, there aren't very many places that somebody could be. Still, the next morning, Detective Scott Chapman got to work, and he was immediately handed Lauren's case, so at least they didn't just forget about her, as we hear all too often in these cases. He went right over to the apartment complex, and he talked with Ashley and her boyfriend and several other friends who were waiting on him to get there. Chapman searched the apartment thoroughly and filmed it. Little detail. The apartment was cluttered, not trashed, but cluttered. Nothing wrong with that, but she was moving out of the apartment and in with her boyfriend in South Carolina that same weekend. And she hadn't done any packing at all, and it's June 30th.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So we know that she was killed on the 26th, so it's been 5 days since she went off the grid. Detective Chapman was convinced that there was foul play involved, and I would be too. Um,
Definitely.
and he ordered the area locked down. Officers arrived and they began questioning everybody. And now we're going to talk about the weather. You want to talk about the weather?
Always. Always.
Okay. Gets really hot in Macon.
It's Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll have that.
especially in June. And it's the worst kind of hot. Humid with no freaking breeze to think of. Just hot, miserable, and still air.
Yeah, gross. Not wonderful.
Am I digressing?
No?
Why would
Are you
I
going to?
why would I include this bit of information about the weather?
Oh, because that's going to have a huge effect on a corpse.
Right.
So with that much humidity and stuff, it's basically just people soup on a shag carpet.
Oh wait, there.
You know he's gonna say it. He won't sugarcoat it. You might even say he's a loon. That's history, Goon.
You know, the cops walk in and they just go, "Oh, we're going to need your shop vac for this one." You know, that's not great.
Hope y'all like that. I got tired of saying that's history, Goon, so I put a little 50s style.
We only do it when I say something inappropriate.
Yeah. God,
which is all the time.
Not even 15 minutes into the episode.
Yeah. The good news is I know you won't hit it twice, so now I can just go off the rails.
But all of a sudden, a rogue gust of wind from out of nowhere stirred up the air surrounding the apartments. And a strange, foul odor came from the trash bins. Chapman
wonderful.
Chapman had the trash bins checked, and luckily the police had got the area sectioned off in the nick of time. A garbage truck had pulled up right as they were sectioning the area off, and they told the garbage men, it's like, "Hey, could you guys come back later?" In one of the trash bins, he found a large black contractor bag that was tied shut. In it was the upper torso part of a human body, and it was only wearing a pair of pink shorts. The head, the arms, and the legs, however, were not present. And
wonderful.
Yeah. Police figured correctly that it was Lauren, but they, of course, had to wait for confirmation, which would take some time. It's either Lauren or we've definitely got a serial killer on our hands.
Correct.
By now, the media had showed up, and they were interviewing all of the residents of the apartment complex, which most of them were Lauren's friends. They all echoed the sentiment of being scared and worried for Lauren, specifically her neighbor, Stephen McDaniel. He gave an emotional interview on camera, and he wasn't able to hold it together. He said that he didn't know if anybody would want to hurt Lauren, and that was just it. Nobody knew of anybody who would want to hurt her.
Right.
And put a knife in that. Chapman had the apartment turned upside down, looking for the smallest detail that could be a clue. You don't dismember a body without leaving something behind, right?
Oh, definitely not. I mean, unless you are like you got your shit like squared away and you're a professional, but I'm assuming this is not.
Unless you're Pee Wee Gaskins with his karate chop.
Yeah, well, he was also sticking people in a fucking septic tanks, wasn't he?
Yeah, but there was this one where he had like cut a guy's head off and everything, and he said that he karate chopped it.
I mean, he might have beforehand. We don't know. That didn't work. God damn it.
But so they sprayed luminol all over the bathroom, and they hit it with the black light, and the bathroom lit up like a Grateful Dead concert.
Yikes.
The entire shower from floor to ceiling had lots and lots of blood residue. This obviously wasn't a random murder. With a robbery gone wrong, sure, it's possible for the resident to be killed, but the robber or murderer will usually get the hell out of Dodge in cases like that, rather than take the time to dismember the body and to clean all the blood up.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Not to mention, you're not dismembering a body with a chef's knife or anything like that. You're going to have something bigger with you. The search of Lauren's apartment didn't turn up anything that would point to any one person in particular, but they did find trash from a Zaxby's restaurant, which is a fast food hot wing restaurant. Not bad,
Fancy.
but it's not bad, but it ain't great either.
I've never been to a Zaxby's. I've driven by a few, but I've never been to one.
Yeah,
But
you're better off with, like, if you want to go with a chain, you're better off with Wingstop. I had Wingstop when I was in Mississippi for my training for my current job, and for my orientation,
Right.
and I ordered Wingstop because I just wanted wings, and when I got this, you go to a sports bar and that's exactly what you would get. I was pleasantly surprised.
Nice.
She apparently liked Zaxby's, but the trash in her car had a receipt marked at 6:08 p.m. on Saturday, June 28th.
Mm.
So obviously her murderer took her car and went and got himself some hot wings.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, but that's just a random aside. I mean, that's just something that comes out later. But meanwhile, and they didn't need this bit of info. It was just a little bit of information. They didn't need this for the case. It's just a little interesting information that shows that this guy was, up to shit for a while.
Yeah, it's more like kind of a clue, but also maybe not at the same time.
Right. Meanwhile, in Maryland, Lauren's family was preparing to come to Macon. Caitlin, who had recently gotten married, happened to stumble across the news story from Macon saying that a body had been found outside the Barristers Hall apartments. Didn't get a call, didn't get an email, a text, or anything about this. Lauren's father then drove 11 hours to Macon to ID the body, and my God, that must have been sheer hell.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
and I feel for that drive must have been when he's recollecting on his life, when he's he will probably say that was probably the worst 11 hours of his life.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, that would be worse than the drive back, because on the drive there you're not sure yet.
Yeah. But the drive back is more planning.
Yeah.
In your head,
But Chapman got Ashley, her boyfriend, her neighbor Stephen in for interviews, and they didn't say one word about finding Lauren's body. First, her neighbor Stephen, he said that he and Lauren had been neighbors at the apartment complex for 3 years, but he was just a classmate of hers. He knew her in passing. But in passing and in class. They never really ran together. He said that he saw her the last about a week prior, and he hadn't seen or heard anything out of the ordinary. He said that Lauren loved to jog, and that maybe somebody could have grabbed her when she was out jogging, and maybe she could be in the woods somewhere.
Ugh.
Next up was Ashley. She said that she and Lauren got together with friends at a bar downtown, and this was on the previous Friday. And this was the last time that she or any of her friends had seen Lauren, as far as she knew. There was a crew of 10 people total: Lauren, her boyfriend, Lauren, Ashley, Ashley's boyfriend, his roommate, and his roommate happens to be an ex of Lauren.
No.
At 2 a.m., Ashley and Lauren went to the boyfriend and Lauren's ex's apartment. And they kept partying until the next morning, but Ashley had crashed as soon as they got to the apartment. She got up the next morning, and the two guys were passed out, but Lauren wasn't there. Her boyfriend told her that Lauren had just gone home. Police, of course, asked Lauren about her and her ex, and they had dated for a little while, but they had broken up 2 years prior, but remained friends. Lauren had quickly met and got serious with a 48-year-old man from Charleston, South Carolina.
How old is this girl?
She's 27.
Oh, boy.
But, okay. 27 and 48, I mean, that's a big age gap, but they're number one, it's two consenting adults, and number two, it's lawyers. I mean, so they will never run out of things to talk about.
Or try to sue each other over.
But she was supposed to be moving in with him that same weekend. She had been spending weekends with him pretty much the entire time that they were together. But not all was bliss.
Mm.
And the boyfriend wasn't so keen on her moving in with him. They fought a lot, and so the police asked if the boyfriend and the ex knew each other. They did. And they were also not pals, as most current and ex-lovers tend to not be.
Fair.
She had been with the boyfriend before they split up, and then gotten with the now ex, and then gotten back with the current guy, who was at the time of the ex after being the old guy. We'll just go there. You're confused.
Slightly, yeah. But at the same time, I get it, you know?
It's confusing, especially when you got a love triangle going on.
Yeah.
I'm not using names because they're different on both docs, as I mentioned before, and none of these other names are mentioned on Wiki. So they began working the love triangle angle, and they brought in Ashley's boyfriend to get his take on the situation. He confirmed what Ashley had said about the the love triangle.
Yeah.
And that seemed to be a good lead, but put a knife in that. Meanwhile, back at the apartment building, Chapman discovered a maintenance room.
Like a maintenance room in the apartment complex?
The apartment complex, yeah.
Oh, great.
The property manager opened it for him with a master key. He saw saws. And he decided to give this room some intense scrutiny, because what does a murderer usually use to dismember a body?
Saws.
A saw. Yeah.
And he saws, so
He saws. Yeah.
it's,
This is 2011.
I'll leave now.
He could have seen Saw.
No, not what I was saying.
He sees Saws. Oh.
Yeah. I'm a child, Bill.
Do you ever when you were down, jump off of it while your buddy was up?
Oh, more than once, yeah. Except the last time, we did that when I was in elementary school on a field trip, and the kid at the bottom was considerably lighter than me, and he did that, but he didn't get off of it fast enough, and it came up and cracked him in the face, like split his chin like up to his bottom lip, like straight up, because he hit the handle. It wasn't great.
I don't know if you can see the scar that I'm pointing to.
No,
chin.
I can see your finger, so I'm assuming there's something
right,
there.
right above the finger. There's a scar, a big one. But that may have been how that got there. I have no idea how that got there, but it's been there my entire life.
Damn.
But I can guarantee you I wasn't taken to the doctor for it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Anyway, Chapman called a crime tech who basically walked in and says, "Well, that hacksaw looks like it's got blood on it." I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he noticed that instantly there was tissue and blood on it, so it was sent for DNA testing. Chapman had asked the manager who had access to the maintenance room. She told him that it could only be accessed by master keys, which there were only 2 of, and that she had 1 of. She said that the other person who had a master key was a man named Peter Wilsh, who was the the maintenance manager and slash, like on-site manager or whatever. He handled the maintenance.
Okay.
Once again, I'm not sure if Peter Welsh is this guy's real name, but he was the only one other than the property manager who'd have access to the maintenance room and all of the apartments, and she had just given an escort straight to the murder weapon. So they were pretty sure it wasn't her.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
She was also piss poor murderer if she's like, "No, here, check it out. I did it myself."
Yeah. But he was known around the complex, and not to mention he lived on site.
Hmm.
Peter had just become the prime suspect.
Fair enough, I would say.
Yeah. And by now, word of the murder was all over campus, and people were scared and wanting answers, obviously, as you would. But so, like I said before, there's no forced entry. There's only 2 master keys, and Lauren had kept the key outside of her apartment, but that was probably not known to either of the managers. Not that that meant anything.
Right.
The key was found where Lauren had kept it. So, our guy Peter, he's got a master key. Lauren also has 2 love interests: one present, one past, and one present. I don't know.
They're running concurrently, much like this guy's prison sentences are going to.
So, I mean, they wanted to know if either one of the boyfriends had a key, and the answer was no. When they questioned Peter, they found out that he was a second-year law student who got a discount on his rent in exchange for 24-hour availability and for maintenance and basic managerial duties.
That's a pretty damn good deal. I'm not going to lie.
It is.
I mean,
he said that he knew Lauren in passing because he lived on site, and also because of an AC issue that she had. He said that the only time that he had ever used a key to get into her apartment was to fix the AC. They asked about the hacksaw, and he said that he had never seen it before.
I mean, I've seen hacksaws before, just not that one,
Right.
you know?
Right. His stock as prime suspect just went up to 11.
Yeah.
But he had a rock solid alibi for the day that they were figuring that Lauren had disappeared.
A rock salad alibi. That sounds rough on the teeth. Yeah, you said rock salad.
Rock solid alibi.
Had the salad, my teeth hurt now.
I guess a rock salad would be rock solid.
Yeah. That's what this guy should be getting is rock salad.
Rock salad.
Like thrown at him.
Oh man. But detectives told him the stereotypical line, "Don't leave town."
Yeah. No, you stay right here.
Yeah. Next morning, Lauren's father, Bill, arrived to ID the body, and they hadn't told him about the condition of the body. They simply didn't want to. They were hoping that the DNA would come back quickly. And bless this guy's huge heart, he wanted to get it done and over with. The police chief decided to talk to him alone, father to father. He told him the truth about her condition, and he gave and then Bill gave a DNA sample so that they could compare it to Lauren's body.
Yeah.
The next day, this poor man drove another 11 hours back home. Obviously, the DNA on the body confirmed that the DNA on the body and the tissue that was on the hacksaw was confirmed to be Lauren. It also confirmed that she wasn't sexually assaulted.
That's good at least. I mean...
Yeah. But they still have no clue about anything else, and they still hadn't found the arms, head, and legs. Peter had an alibi and no motive. This is looking more and more like an angry ex or current/former ex. Never mind.
I know what you're going for.
Detectives brought in the ex. They asked him about the love triangle, the love triangle angle. That's what I have written there. The love triangle angle. He confirmed everything Ashley and her boyfriend said about the night at the bar, but then after the party. But he said that she wound up in bed with him.
Okay.
But they didn't have sex. He still wanted her, but she had moved on, and she had left him for the current/previous ex, but he wasn't holding a grudge. He said that the fact that Lauren was in a relationship was what kept him from going further with her, and detectives weren't buying that.
Fair.
But the plot thickens.
Much like stew.
Lauren texted the ex from the pool asking him to come swimming with her later that next afternoon. He said he was too busy studying. He studied, then watched a baseball game on TV later that evening with his roommate, who was Ashley's boyfriend.
Okay.
So the ex has a motive for sure, but did he do it? The ex was also told not to leave town. But later,
a lot of people not leaving town.
It's like, all right, everybody in Macon, don't leave town. You might be a person of interest in this murder case. I was on vacation. I just got back yesterday. I don't care.
Yeah.
Later that day, Lauren's current boyfriend / first ex arrived at the police station. Keep in mind, this man's a big shot attorney. He knows his stuff. And he was obviously upset about the news of Lauren's murder, but he said that he hadn't seen her since the weekend prior. He said they were on and off again for the past 4 years. He said they had met in Charleston when she was on vacation, and police asked him if the two fought a lot. He confirmed that they did and added that he really didn't want her moving in with him, and that previous weekend he had been in California playing golf, and that was why she hadn't come to see him that weekend. They asked him for a proof of the trip, and he said he didn't have anything with him and that he would email the proof when he got back to South Carolina.
Right.
Sketchy, but what can you do? If he doesn't have anything on him, he doesn't have anything on him.
Correct.
He came from South Carolina. At this point, the detective has got to be thinking, like, God damn it, what the hell? On one hand, this sounds sketchy as shit, and on the other hand, who carries receipts and stuff like that from a vacation once they get back?
Yeah.
The boyfriend then said that Lauren had sent him an email at 10:40 p.m. on the night that she was murdered. She was saying that she was worried because she thought that somebody may have broken into her apartment.
Yeah.
She was just thinking that it was local hoodlums. Now, after all this back and forth with love triangles and maintenance spend, could this just simply be a robbery gone wrong?
Yeah. Nah.
Tune in next week on CKCB, and I'm just kidding. This is only a 1-part episode.
Yes.
He was about to jump through that camera and strangle me. Anyway, it had been 2 weeks since Lauren's body was found in the garbage, and police still hadn't released that little bit of info. They didn't want to help, or they didn't. This didn't help ease any. God damn it. This didn't help ease anyone's mind, but that was the point. They didn't want that information released, mainly because they had no clue who did this other than a couple suspects with motives, but also had alibis that checked out.
Okay.
July 9th, 2011, Lauren's memorial service took place. All of her friends and local family were there, as well as a bunch of local people. Just, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But police were now focusing on the email that Lauren had sent her boyfriend the night that she was killed. The email read, "I can't wait to get out of this town. Macon hoodlums have tried to break into my apartment Thursday night. It was terrifying. I haven't been able to really sleep since. I need a gun. My only defense was 911 on my cell phone. So scary."
Yeah, that's kind of terrifying.
Very.
But yeah, like getting a gun's always a good thing.
Indeed. Lauren had never reported anything, and there were no reported break-ins anywhere near the complex all during that time. So yet another dead end, and the residents were getting restless, so police had to go interview everybody again, going back to Peter as their prime suspect because of his master key. But in the history of alibis, Peter had the best one of all time. He was with an attorney during that time, and he had proof of it on top of the attorney himself confirming the meeting.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there's no getting around that.
No. So back to the ex. The current ex, not the... Never mind. His story didn't change. His roommates didn't change either. The current boyfriend still had yet to email the proof of this golf trip, though, so they contacted him asking him for the email. He said that he did send them, so they must not have gone through. But as everybody's sitting there going, okay, the email was just sitting in the drafts folder, not sent.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
There were too many files. So he zipped them. At the time they used WinZip. He zipped everything and sent it. Airline tickets, restaurant receipts, hotel receipt, literally everything that he said that he had.
Jesus.
Golf club receipt. It was the Zodiac. It had to be.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
But they did all they could. I mean, they went back to the apartment complex. They talked with everybody. They went over each apartment with the residents' permission, looking for anything that could have been a clue. They went to Lauren's next door neighbor, Stephen McDaniel. At first, he didn't answer, but he did as police were walking away. He had been on the initial search party, and he was the one that had given the emotional interview on TV. Detectives asked him if they could search his apartment, and he said yes. Since that this was Lauren's next door neighbor, they went over his apartment extremely thoroughly and asking him questions along the way as they went. They wanted to know who, if anyone, Stephen was dating or having sex with. Stephen said that he was saving himself for marriage because he wanted to be pure on his wedding night. But police
loser. Sorry.
But as detectives searched his dresser, they found something. Take a guess.
Oh boy, what did they find? Condoms.
Nailed that one. Well, why would a chaste man saving himself for marriage need condoms?
Just in case.
What did he say? Take a guess. I guarantee you, unless you've been looking into this one, you don't get this one.
Oh, dude, is he a weirdo? Is he like using them to?
No, he doesn't go into what he's using them for. He tells how he got them.
A friend left him there?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I don't know then.
Let's just say by what he says, he is basically confessing to another crime. Something completely different than what they're questioning him about now. He said that he had taken the condoms from other people's apartment when they weren't there. They asked
so he's breaking and entering.
They asked him how he got in. Take a guess.
Just straight up breaking into people's apartments.
No, somehow he had a master key.
Fantastic.
Like, how the hell does he have a master key?
This guy sucks.
Indeed. Stephen then shut his mouth, and when detectives found the key, he wouldn't say anything. He was arrested on the spot for burglary, and the police continued searching his apartment. They found a woman's pair of panties in his underwear drawer. They sent that to the lab for testing, and guess whose DNA was on the panties?
Oh, let me guess. The girl that's in pieces
Lauren,
now.
They also found the packaging for a hacksaw, and it was brand new. And it was the same brand as the one they found in the maintenance room with Lauren's DNA on it.
But he'd never seen it before, Bill. That can't be right.
No, this isn't the maintenance man.
Oh, okay.
This is the next door neighbor.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying, how the hell did he get a master key?
I mean,
yeah, listeners, if I missed something in my research about how he got the master key, let us know in comments or shoot an email to ckcbpodcast@gmail.com or talk on the socials or whatever. You know, I mean, I may have missed something. But
so the other thing it could be is, I know a lot of times places like apartment complexes will occasionally cut corners and use the exact same lock for apartments that are patterned in the same key and just say that, oh no, we have a master key, even though everybody's key is technically a master key at that point.
Yeah.
But that seems more like a you're not living somewhere where you have lawyers in the building kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Right. But it also, But so that's not safe because all it takes is one person is I want or maybe it wouldn't maybe not even anything mischievous. Maybe he accidentally puts his key into the wrong apartment.
Yeah, you come home drunk one night and
opens it. It's like, oh shit, this isn't my apartment.
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't. I could not find anything, or maybe I overlooked it about how he actually got the master key.
Yeah. I mean, he could have stolen it from like a maintenance guy,
ran and made a copy, and then brought it back.
Not even that. Maintenance dude could have just been like, "Oh shit, my key's missing," and then go wherever the other master key is and just make a copy because he left his somewhere.
Well, that would have come out if he had gone to that woman and said, "Hey, I lost my key. I need yours to make a copy." That would have come out. So he probably swiped that guy's. Unless what you said about having them all keyed the same is, unless that happened, then he probably swiped the maintenance man's key, ran and made a copy of it, and then got it back. Back before he noticed that it was gone. But anyway, police questioned friends about Stephen. Stephen loved to talk about murder, and he was not a true crime podcaster. Specifically, he liked to talk about how to commit the perfect murder. And one of his favorite methods, or his favorite ideas for methods for getting away with it was what? Take a guess.
Favorite methods for getting away with it?
Getting rid of a body.
Oh, hacking it up with a goddamn hacksaw.
Right.
I mean...
Now, before we get into trashing this puke, let's get a little bit into exactly who we're dealing with. He was from Atlanta. And he had been a classmate of Lauren's since 2008, and they had been neighbors at the apartment complex since 2008 as well. He had
Fantastic.
He had also just graduated from Mercer Law School, and both McDaniel and Lawrence were members of Mercer's Federalist Society, which is a conservative and libertarian legal organization that advocates for an originalist interpretation of the Constitution.
Okay.
McDaniel served as the society's VP while Lauren was the president. So this guy was big time as well, and they did know each other well. I mean, they're not going to go hang out together, but they were very well aware of each other.
Right.
But all he was to Lauren was a classmate, and she already had a boyfriend. They'd been together for a long time. But McDaniel envisioned himself as the perfect man for her and became obsessed with her, and I think that he was an incel, and I couldn't find anything on his love life or lack thereof, but I certainly don't buy that he was saving his virtue for marriage.
No, he definitely is giving off like the big-time incel vibes here.
Yeah, big time. And that picture of him, that's a very accurate mock-up of what he looks like.
Yeah.
August 2nd, 2011, Stephen McDaniel was charged with first-degree murder. And remember that interview I talked about?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play it. And see if you can hear when he realized the jig was up. I kind of left a little bit of information out about regarding when they released the information that the body had been found. I'm just gonna. It may be a little bit off, but we'll do the best we can.
Person that was living there?
Yeah, Lauren was my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time, anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, you always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much.
And she just recently graduated from Mercer?
Yeah, she and I were both JD students. We graduated back in May.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we don't know where she is. I mean, the only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her. Because we went over. One of her friends had a key. We went inside and tried to see if there was anything amiss, but I mean, she had a door jamb that was sitting right by it, so there was no sign that anyone broke in. I mean, the door was locked when everyone got here. I mean, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you heard? Had you seen anything there?
Oh, right there.
Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. That's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there.
I gotta go. I left my fridge
Are
on.
you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
Motherfucker, I called it. I gotta go. I left my toilet running.
Oh, man.
Dude, you can see his face where he's just like, oh,
no.
I made an oopsie daisy.
You know, it was really cool. It was like a split second ahead in the audio that I had versus the video.
Yeah.
And I just hit pause on the video for like a split second, and that for like a full second I went pause, unpause, and that queued it right up.
Yeah, that was weird. Because you could totally see his face just go, like the color went out of it. Like he knew he fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when he realized that the jig was up, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before in any videos of, you know, interviews with, you know, people that they would soon find out was going to be the killer.
Yeah.
Ain. You didn't catch that? Ain.
Hold on, we got that. There was a clip from a movie where it kind of summed it up perfectly. Here, hold on, see if I can find it.
Is it from Braveheart?
No.
Oh. The Lord's pretty sure he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
There's a cop somewhere that watched that interview and had this exact moment right here where he just went, oh, hey, that's our fucking guy, bud.
It's from Leonardo DiCaprio from
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard it's fantastic.
Yeah, I have too. But
I know Brad Pitt like beats the dog shit out of Tex when he shows up at the house, and he's like, "Oh hey," and then he apparently like there's a scene with a flamethrower. Like, I got to see this movie.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I need to see that movie. But of course, Steven swore he was innocent. More things turned up. A video camera and a laptop. They turned up some pretty interesting things. Hundreds of photos of Lauren, along with a thumb drive of Lauren's that he had stolen. That also contained all of the pictures that he had on his laptop. So he stole her thumb drive of her pictures. They recovered deleted videos of Lauren's apartment that he had taken. He had actually put a camera on the stick and raised it to the window. And you
my God, what a fucking creep.
Yeah, you can find this actual footage online on YouTube anywhere. And the date of this particular video, June 26, 2011, the day Lauren was killed.
Oh my God.
His search history also showed searches on getting away with murder, beating a burglar bar, and disposing of bodies.
That's not great. That's really not good.
No. April 21st, 2014, McDaniel pled guilty to murder once all of this evidence came out. He was offered a plea deal where the death penalty would be taken off of the table. Burglary charges were dropped, but he would have to give a complete written confession. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help him God, so Lauren's family would know exactly what happened. Oh, they also found child porn on his laptop, and those charges were dropped too.
That guy that you showed me the video of had child porn, Bill? I don't buy that for a second.
Exactly. He was
that
obsessed.
Guy looks like he produces and stars in his own.
Yeah, right?
Ooh,
He really does.
fucking pig. What a gross piece of shit.
But and the picture, the picture, the AI thing. I
You
kinda,
nailed it, first of all.
Well, the reason I did that with the "I'm with stupid" was it's like, you know how like if you buy a shirt from Temu and it has something on it, but
Yes.
it's like the wrong, it's like positioned wrong.
As someone who has recently purchased a shirt from Temu and been extremely disappointed with it, yes.
But you didn't wear it.
Well, not in public. Well, I mean, I wore it to work, but I had a shirt over it,
Right.
and I can't wear it again because it's
I just imagined him buying something off of like Temu, or back then it would have been the Wish, but it was wrong. So, but he wore it anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, mine was just like a super badass Cthulhu shirt, but it's done like an old Godzilla, like the old like Japanese style Godzilla movie posters.
Yeah.
But with Cthulhu, and it looks really cool until you get it out of the package and you go, oh, this is one of those like press on art piece things. So if you move, it's like, and it drove me fucking nuts. It looks really cool, but I just can't wear it ever again.
You could hang it up in your background.
I spent $4 on that t-shirt. I lost $4 fucking on that t-shirt. Incredibly disappointed. It is what it is.
He was obsessed with Lauren, but she was unattainable to him, so he decided that she would be his first perfect murder victim.
Yeah, great.
He was working on a plan, but her moving to Charleston forced his hand, so it was basically now or never. And this is paraphrasing from his confession. 4:30 a.m., June 27th, 2011, he dressed in all black with black gloves and a mask. And he's doing this while walking along the front exposed hallway of a apartment building with lights on.
That tracks. And I'm assuming security cameras outside.
Well, apparently not, because they didn't get any footage. I'm just saying somebody could have seen him easily. And,
absolutely, yeah.
And you would definitely see somebody dressed all in black walking down one of those exposed hallways on an apartment building.
Yeah, you'd look like a giant bug.
Yeah, like a freaking love bug.
Yeah.
Thank God love bug season is winding down. This was a pretty heavy one. But anyway, if you don't know about love bugs, look them up. I'm not going to digress about them. I'm sick of them.
We don't get those up here, thankfully.
Be glad. But he opened Lauren's apartment with the master key. Lauren was asleep in bed, and he crept up to the bed, but he made a noise which woke Lauren. She started screaming, and he pounced. Lauren fought him. They tumbled onto the floor, and Lauren ripped the mask off of Stephen and recognized him immediately. She starts screaming at him, "Stop it, Stephen! Stop it! Why, Stephen?" And all that.
Yeah.
Her legs got stuck under the bed, which made it easier for him to subdue her, to choke her out, and he did until she died. He then dragged her into the bathroom, put her into the tub, and left the apartment. He cut up the mask and gloves and flushed them down his toilet. He then went back to Lauren's apartment, dismembered her with the hacksaw. He wrapped the head and arms and legs in garbage bags and put them in the trash can across the street. Those cans were emptied the very next day by the garbage men, and the body parts were never found. He then half-assed washed the hacksaw and hung it up in the maintenance room, and then cleaned Lauren's bathroom. The prosecutor believes that Stephen is a sadist, and causing pain is what does it for him. And I actually think that he was an incel on top of that.
For sure.
The
hair alone makes me think he was an incel.
Hey.
What?
Just because somebody has long hair doesn't mean that they...
No, I'm not saying that.
Hair.
I used to have long hair. His hair looks like a fucking squirrel's nest.
Yeah, that's just true.
That man has never even walked by a hairbrush.
But he certainly fixated on Lauren, decided that if he couldn't have her, nobody could. And
yeah.
But just think, what if the police had gotten to that apartment building, say 10 minutes after they did? The garbage would have already come and gone. They would have never found the torso.
Nope.
So somebody was.
And I mean, being that close to a major metropolitan area, that's going to a giant landfill, and you would never find it.
Mm-mm. Well, they still haven't found the. This is 2011. They still haven't found the heads and the arms and legs.
They won't.
No, they won't.
No.
But if he had gotten away with this murder, there would have definitely been more. But the thing is he was a top law student, and can you imagine if he had become like an attorney / serial killer?
I mean, wouldn't be the first time. I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, but thinking like Dexter in a courtroom.
Yeah, I mean, lawyers are already scumbags and criminals as it is.
Yeah.
So we don't really need to give him any more ideas, I guess.
No. And April 21st, 2014, he got life in prison and eligible for parole in 2041 when he'll be around 57 years old. Now, this is funny. In 2018, McDaniel's father, Mark McDaniel, started a GoFundMe campaign to raise funds for his legal expenses needed for his appeal.
No.
The page was promptly taken down, and Stephen McDaniel represented himself in court while arguing for a retrial in 2018. He stated that his constitutional rights were violated as he was not medically cleared before giving consent for searches. His legal research was intercepted by the district attorney, and his attorneys did not adequately represent him. He also filed a malpractice complaint against his former attorney, and the judge basically told him to fuck off on all of this.
Correct.
On May 30th, 2022, another habeas corpus petition was filed by McDaniel claiming that documents from the defense trial preparations were stolen by the district attorney. In his petition, he requested that his conviction be overturned and he be released from prison.
Jesus Christ.
Since I'd like to see some video of him trying to plead his case for representing himself.
I mean, if he was a law student, well, I mean, Ted Bundy was a law student too, though.
Yeah, true.
But here's the difference.
But how many times would he say "Ayin" before the judge told him to shut the fuck up?
Well, that's not even it. The difference between the two is Ted Bundy had like charisma, a personality, and like confidence.
Right.
This fucking weasel would have been stammering over everything.
Yeah.
And like he would suck. If I was ever in trouble and they gave me this dude as a public defender, I would just be like, fuck it, put me in jail. Because this guy is not going to do me any good.
My client, he was not at that house that night. I mean, he was actually out with his friends. Out with
He'd never
me.
even seen that hacksaw before.
He'd never even seen that hacksaw. He was out at Zaxby's, which is my favorite restaurant. They have really good hot wings there. My client didn't do it.
I hate this guy.
Since June, as of June 10th, 2024, McDaniel's been incarcerated at Hancock State Prison in Hancock County, Georgia. I seriously doubt he'll ever get out.
No. I mean, he's in Georgia. He's lucky they don't just kill him. Because I'm pretty sure Georgia still has the death penalty.
Yeah, they do. Georgia, not as strict as Florida or Texas, but they're not exactly light on criminals either.
Right. The one I'm really excited about is Idaho.
Yeah.
Idaho. Yeah. And I believe it was
Firing squad for child rapists.
Yes, and is it Alabama or Louisiana that also passed the thing? If you commit a sexual offense with a minor under 14 or whatever it is, they physically castrate you now.
Ooh.
Which is good. I would prefer the method of ballistic castration, where you just shoot him in the crotch with a 20 gauge with buckshot. That'd be a hoot. Dude, I'd sign up to do that. Like, what do you do for work? I shoot pedophiles in the dick with a shotgun.
He won't sugarcoat it. You might even say
I love my job. It's so much fun.
That's history, Goon.
I don't even wear eye protection. I just go in and fucking blast him in the crotch and leave. It's great.
Anyway, a federal lawsuit filed by Giddings' family in 2013 said that they suspect that McDaniel visited Pike County in June of 2011, about 2 weeks before he killed Lauren. As of April 2025, her family wants to search in Pike County, which is about 50 miles northwest of Macon. A federal lawsuit filed by the Giddings family in 2013 said that they suspect that he had visited Pike County and about 2 weeks before the killings, or before the killing, and they say that he surveyed the land owned by his grandfather, looking for locations where he could scatter dismembered body parts throughout the woods in accordance with his murder plot. So we've got a little Herb Baumeister wannabe here too.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I got.
Oh man, this guy sucks.
Definitely. Oh,
total shitbag, just idiot.
Just wrapping up, I wanted to say something regarding a comment that I got on YouTube. You already know about this. One of the new listeners, D Pistek, I think is his name. But he's commented on several of them. He's the one that's been saying R.I.P. Todd.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that he couldn't find your show on YouTube Music.
Oh, I don't know about YouTube Music. I know it's on YouTube proper, but I don't know about YouTube Music.
Well, I sent him the link. Anyway, his History Goon podcast is definitely on YouTube.
It absolutely is.
I just want to throw that out there. It's there, and I sent him the link. So,
matter of fact, the season 3 premiere is Monday, as of time of recording.
Yeah,
starting off hot with starting off the season with Ned Kelly, which is a big one. Yeah. I mean, no big deal. He's just like the most notorious criminal in the history of Australia.
Well, our listener, he listened to the episode, the bonus episode that we threw up for your show, and he liked it. So,
the Oscar de la Wenger episode?
No. The one that we just did. Speaking of which, have you thrown the Ashleys up yet?
I am working on it. I finally got it all downloaded and moved in. I'm going to probably release it probably like Tuesday or Wednesday. I wanted to make sure I get my season 3 out and then bonus episode right off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, so they liked your show. I like it too. So I listened to that episode. That was an amazing episode. So Danny Green, people. But anyway, thanks a lot for listening. We appreciate the hell out of it. Follow, like, share, subscribe on both CKCB and on History Goon.
Yes.
And if you like us, tell a friend. If you hate us, tell somebody that you absolutely can't stand. Say, hey, I hate this podcast and I hate you, so I want you to be tortured by this podcast that I hate so much.
Yes. Give us money. I don't care if you like people or not. At least download the show. I mean, you should listen to it too, but
Right. And until next week, later.
Bye.